Sure. Um, Annalise is from the Siron Forest. Dreamed of a giant brain with hundreds of tentacles pulling itself towards me. I see chains wrapped around her brain as if it's trying to get away. It's being pulled down into a voidless dark against its will. Uh, we're searching for the Drow family name and maybe where they live for Zine or for the multicolored family. We know about the worm pits. Um, all the houses are in the upper slag, which is like the rich place. Can't get in unless I'm a slave of a house. Alex searching for info on the giant brain, the hive mind brain. Uh, Found a group of mind flayers taking slaves down somewhere. Didn't follow because he didn't want to join them. Esmore tried disguising himself as a drow, rolled a nat 1 on his info search. Uh, While scanning the crowd at a bazaar, he met eyes with a female drow who was heavily armored. They started making their way towards Esmore. The guard is flanked by a mind flayer. Asks what they're doing in the caverns. Esmore says he got lost. Rolls a 5 on deception. R.I.P. Esmore. Alter self was dispelled by a mind flayer. Um, I think you should come with us. Esmore turns around and runs. He narrowly escapes by turning into a earth elemental and breaking the ground and earth gliding through it, leaving the city. And sent a animal messenger to someone to tell us that he will be back eventually.
Yeah, to Jared.
Yeah,
Or to
to you.
Vath.
Left the city and will someone get back to us, I guess. That's what I said.
Cool. That pretty much sums up what happened.
I think every session could be summed up with Esmore did is stupid.
Esmore did the thing.
Esmore did is
Well,
stupid.
Now you're
it-
recovering.
The thing is, if it worked, it wouldn't have been stupid. But it didn't work.
It was a good idea, it just didn't work out.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bath and Malnum and Alec and Annalise are in that dingy little cavern, while Esmore is an earth elemental, earth glided out of the city.
I'm not Earth Elemental no more because I had to send the animal messenger.
Oh, that's right. So you're off somewhere.
Yeah, I should be way out. Oh, let's see.
I think you went back over like where you first entered the city again.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, there are several things that you all wanted to do, slash you know about. One, checking where they keep the slaves to see if your friends are there and getting them out. You guys have already tried to recover your stuff. Managed to retrieve some of your items, not all of them. Presumably they're somewhere in the city still. They'll just be a lot more difficult to get to. Third is the Elder Brain, followed by a bunch of question marks. And I think you guys wanted to get into the upper city for some reason. Investigating the house that had the like dichromia, like Zine. And the last thing is recovering Zine wherever she went. So there's some of you in the tavern. Um, it's not been so long that you are worried about Esmore, but that time eventually comes. So what are you all doing?
And everyone's back at the inn except Vesmore.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we gonna do about Esmore?
I assume we wait for him to make his way back to us and keep searching for information till then.
That might be a while.
I mean, if he gets captured, like, I don't know what we're gonna do about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he comes with that close of a call, then you know, kind of hard to say when or if he can come back into the city, or if it was that big of a deal to begin with.
Didn't we hear the hive mind tell us it was okay to enter?
Well, yes, but that was before he messed up his info search.
Yeah, you guys would have gotten that animal messenger. Esmer, what does the animal messenger say?
From what I remember, I said, I fucked up, had to run, leave the city. I'll try and get back as soon as I can.
And then Vath mentioned something about his voice. But yeah, that was about right. So what should we do in the meantime then? Because we can't just do nothing and wait for Esmore, right?
I mean, the longer we wait, like, what's gonna happen? Eventually, the
Who knows what can
people you
happen
got captured
to-
with, I don't know,
Yeah, exactly. Just, you know.
squid food, or who knows what else.
Exactly. We're not exactly, we have a time restriction, kind of. Just
Yeah,
don't know how long.
yeah, don't know how much is left on the clock.
Let's see what I have on me right now.
From what little recon I was able to do, I think I found at least the entrance to where the Elder Brain might be. The obvious problem is the mind flayers.
Yeah, I don't imagine they'll let us go take a nice visit over to the Elder Brain. Although if they did be very helpful.
You all said that it talked to you?
Yeah. Like we had some kind of weird dream. And we're hearing voices in our head ever since we entered the city, or at least I've been. There's not a whole lot of them.
I don't. I only feel comfortable getting as close as I did because you can't fuck with me, but
They
you
also
all
can't get
are.
into your head.
Yeah, you are a little more open minded.
Yeah. Kind of a reason why you're kind of a key piece here. We can't just go out freely and do things.
Hmm.
Regardless, we can't
No,
just do
but if
nothing.
we make enough of a distraction, then he can.
I can do what? Sneak down to Elderbrain and die? Like, what am I supposed to do?
We can't just send
I
Alec down
don't
there.
know.
At least not without a plan, and definitely not without Esmore.
Yeah, for better for worse, he is kind of a key piece. I mean, we're on a ticking clock, but you kind of have to wait for him.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck in this weird situation. Is there anything we can do in the meantime? Like, I don't know.
Hmm.
I can only really think of continuing an info search.
What more?
Look for some sort of weakness in a guard rotation or something. When do they take those people down there?
That might be a good
I guess
idea at the very least.
I can stake out. Hmm. Hope I don't get found.
Kind of stakeout.
To see if the mind flayers ever leave or when they take people down there.
If they have some sort of schedule,
Yeah.
Exactly.
then we might be able to find a time when there's less there at one moment. Make things a bit easier if it comes down to.
I think it's a good idea.
And I guess if you guys can describe your friends, if they bring people along, he can let us know. They've matched that description.
Yeah, who got captured with you all?
And what do they look like?
Um,
Vath would have no
so
idea.
I
You never.
genuinely,
You don't know
I've been
who
down
they.
here for a while. I've been down here
Well,
for a while, so
you know what
well, I don't know who exactly went with you guys.
Mhm. Like you obviously know Zine
wizard,
and...
what's his name? Vendel.
No, but Vath wasn't
I wasn't with you guys
there.
during when you like getting everyone and fighting Gorb.
Oh, I
Or,
thought you were already informed on that by now.
I
He was told about it, but he wasn't
Esmore
there.
might have told you, but
I wasn't there. But yeah, I that's an Esmore thing, unfortunately. I got captured the first time around and you were fighting.
Fine by me.
oh, I guess we gotta wait for Esmore then.
Yeah.
Speaking of Esmore, what is Esmore doing?
I'm looking through spells to figure out how I can get back.
Don't forget your components are limited.
I don't have any components, but I don't need components unless it's actually required.
I mean, you got your staff back, so
Yeah, but
it's a focus. You just can't cast stuff that has
Yeah.
a monetary value attached to it.
yeah, no. Let's see. How far away from the city am I?
I think that's up to you. Obviously you can stay as an Earth Elemental for quite a while.
Yeah, but I had to drop it so that way I could send the
Mhm.
animal messenger, so
You
Uh,
can
seems like
be
I'm pretty
just outside. You can
stuck.
be several miles if you
I
wanted to.
figured I figured I would have gone just outside the city and maybe like an extra mile just to be sure that I was far enough away
Mhm.
from something with one. I don't know how far a mile is from the city.
I don't think I have the.
But if
Definitely,
this is the city,
definitely
if
not accurate.
this line here is the city line, I probably would have stopped probably about here.
Oh, this like the city is this wide.
Oh, that this whole thing replaces the city?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought this little thing. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so this is
this
the
is
entrance to the
like
actual city. We
but
entered through. Well, we entered out through here,
uh-huh.
and
That's
then
where you
this
guys
over
first
here
came in.
is the entrance to the city.
At least one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then knowing me, I'd be back over at the entrance where we came
Okay.
in.
Where you guys first came in.
Yeah. Does my animal messenger come back?
It depends if these others sent a message with it.
I think he already received the message.
What was your reply?
I don't remember.
Esmore, just roll a d20 for me. See if it gets eaten on the way back.
Okay. 7.
It does manage to come back.
Uh, when it comes back, can I grab it and then using my staff, can I cast Awaken on it?
I think Awaken requires materials.
It's on my staff.
Oh, your staff can just do it.
Yeah. It costs 5 charges of the 10.
Um, I mean, you have to try to grab it first. So give me an athletics
I
check.
mean, yeah, yeah. 22.
You're probably gonna win.
Yeah, I got 22.
I mean, it crit with a 22, so
Come on.
so you can try again because you tied.
Okay, I'll do that. We'll try it again. Athletics 11. Fuck, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
You rolled an 8, so you grab it and it like squirms out of your hand. You grab it again, and you've firmly captured this tiny bat.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Awaken on it.
Keep in mind it takes 8 hours to cast.
I mean, I'm not going anywhere right now, so I'll just be concentrating on that until it's time to go to sleep.
Um, let's see. You might get a level exhaustion because you guys have already done like a full day.
That's fine.
Okay.
This is a thought, so I have an idea. I'm just gonna try something, see how it works.
All right. So the day/night, whatever it might be, goes on, and Esmore doesn't come back. Um, let's see. Yeah, you just
Yeah. Do I want to do my? I'm still trying to think if I want to do awaken on this thing or not. Nah,
Okay.
I already said I was, so screw it.
It's
If I
up
already
to you.
said if it's too late, then I won't worry about it.
What would you do instead?
I would probably just take a long rest,
Okay. I mean, it's up to you.
just so I can have my elemental form back.
Do
I'll do that. It'd be the smarter option. I'll just take
okay.
a long rest.
So you're not awakening it.
No.
Okay. Um. Cool. So all of you get a long rest. Let's see if anything happens to Esmore in the meantime.
Bum bum bum.
Aside from several disconcerting noises coming from deeper within the caves, nothing comes to attack you.
That's good.
So you all get a long rest.
Do that.
Maybe concerned about Esmore or not, depending on who you are.
Okay. And of course, my daily, can't see shit spell.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Hey, Vath.
Yeah.
I think you know what time it is.
Uh-oh.
You dream. Even though you don't normally sleep.
Yeah.
You're forced into a slumber, and
Oh.
you're not standing in a field or some voidless voidless area. You find yourself in an immense cave, standing on treasures beyond imagination. Coins sliding down a mountain of wealth. And
Something feels off.
the smell of brimstone hits your nose.
I look around for the source.
It's just how the air smells.
Everywhere?
It's not necessarily coming from anywhere.
Can I look around, investigate?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
So that the GM. Holy shit.
That's funny. I mean, you're just surrounded by treasure.
I'll just start walking around then.
Truly a hoard. You start
Truly.
walking, and the sound of coins just sliding like an avalanche. And then you hear deep and booming a voice as an enormous taloned claw of a foot just up on one of these mountains of coins, and you hear her.
Oh,
and
boy.
Before you can hear what she says, everything kind of freezes and goes grayscale.
Yeah.
And then you hear someone behind you just clear their throat.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be another one of the other crims. I guess it's this one. And I'm gonna turn around.
And before you, you see standing Vindel.
Oh, well, that's not who I expected at all. So, what have you been up to?
Well, trying to find you all. Quite the interesting dream.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Honestly, I've been meaning to chat with you as well, but realistically, there's not really ever a safe place to do it,
Yeah.
nor a good time.
He like waves his hand, and the hoard of coins and the impending reveal of Tiamat just kind of fades away.
Yeah.
Um, and you're left in a just a soft glow of a void. Just you're like standing on something that you can't see. It's like a white mist. It's just you and Vindel. He says, I have some ideas of where you might have ended up.
We're in some kind of city, and there's a bunch of like mind flayers and drow running around. It's really a big city. I don't remember the name of it.
Sounds like Mesabranson.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That would explain several things.
Where have you been, though?
Currently, I'm in my tower.
Yeah,
We
we've been
managed to escape in the tunnels. It seems like they underestimated a few of us. Unfortunately, the other two, may have gotten a higher dose.
you?
Zine and Esmore.
Oh, right. I thought there was. I heard there was someone else with you, but I'm not sure. I only heard
Those.
a little bit.
Oh, what was his name? Is Esmore's friend and rather strong warrior type.
Alphonse, and I have no idea who the other person you're talking about is.
Quite helpful in taking down Gorzar.
Yeah, but I doubt that's what you're here to talk to me about if you're coming into my dreams to speak to me about it.
Well, it's just about the only way I was able to contact you. Makes
That's
sense
fair.
being in Mesobrandon. Simple sending doesn't work. And, well,
Yeah.
can't really just teleport in. They've got that
Like
on
to magic, I guess.
unlock and key.
Okay, so
Unfortunately,
what then?
you won't be able to leave in that way either.
What do you mean?
They have enchantments around that city. You have to get quite far away to be able to do any sort of teleportation. In or out.
Interesting.
At least
In which
major
case, I
teleportation,
imagine-
like teleportation, circle, and plane shift, and that kind of thing.
Right.
I'm sure
Right.
Dimension Door and Misty Steps still work.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Which would mean, I guess it wouldn't really be safe for you to come over and help us out with Zine being kind of somewhere, which we have no idea. But we have a few ideas where Zine is.
Hmm.
Because when they got captured, the only person I saw was Esmore. Zine got taken somewhere else. That's about all I know. We're doing more investigations on like on like drow houses and stuff, but we're still kind of gathering info.
I know it's a matriarchy. Why would they want the zine specifically?
Um, I have a couple ideas. I imagine she might be related to some drow family, and if she was specifically separated from us, then she must be some kind of important figure or related to some kind of important figure, right?
Very well could be the case.
Did any of the drow that captured you guys, or well, I guess them, have like any similarities to Zine at all?
There was. Hmm. I'm actually not sure. I got. Unfortunately, taken out of the fight relatively early. I only came to when we were being hauled down some tunnels.
That's unfortunate.
But
So, what should we do now then? Since, well,
I mean, if the matriarchy has zine, there's not a whole lot you can actually do. At
hopefully
least,
you're not suggesting we just give up.
certainly not. But leave, gather resources, and then return. Very well, may be the best bet. If
You
do you know if Zine is still in the city?
genuinely no clue. As of the moment, we're doing more investigations on the Elder Brain, which I'm starting to realize might be more and more of a bad idea.
Elderbrain?
But yeah, there's mind
There's
flayers in the city.
oh. You
Yeah.
he just like furrows his incredibly bushy eyebrows. That certainly makes things more complicated.
Yeah, we've learned that, but one of our allies can, well, hide his mind. Which, yeah, he's really the only person that can really gather info in this kind of situation.
Uh you see that he just like kind of looks around in this kind of voidless area.
Hmm.
You've been contacted.
Yeah, a few times. It happens a fair bit. I'm starting to get kind of annoyed by it, I'll be honest.
The Elderbrain, he like kind of looks off to a point that is somewhere behind you. Can hear us.
Hello.
There's not much I can do in this capacity. I'm very much dreaming as much as you are.
Right.
But you can force it out of your mind. Might take some effort. Might hurt, but you can do it.
How? And how long would it last?
A day? As far as I know, it does take effort for the Elderbrain to maintain this connection. You can only
Right.
do it with a certain number of individuals, so that number is large.
Right.
But if you force it out, I believe you'll be immune from this kind of connection for at least a day.
That's actually very helpful information. I don't think any of us knew that. Ugh.
But if it has a connection with you, it, well, one knows what you think, and two knows where you are. And the fact that you're still alive means something as well.
So we just waltz in and go visit the Elder Rin, like a friend in prison, or what?
It is about as alien in intelligence as you can find. Who knows what it thinks?
I imagine it's something like that.
I have
feel
no
like
idea what its goals are and what the Drow are even doing with such a monstrosity.
I think I get the idea that at least the Mind Flayers and the Elder Brain isn't doing any of this willingly, and it has more to do with the Drow than it does the Mind Flayers.
Are you suggesting the Drow have enslaved an Elderbrain?
I am suggesting that the Drow have enslaved an Elder Brain. I can't really support it in any way. I don't have any real evidence, but isn't it strange that
possible?
Isn't it strange that the Mind Flayers are working with the Drow?
Certainly, but it's not beyond reality. But if the Elderbrain is being forced, certainly makes more sense. Just be cautious.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. I'm not trying to take any chances.
The brain, as he looks past your shoulder again, most certainly has ulterior motives.
Of course.
I'll try to do what I can from my end. No promises. Considering this is about the only way I can contact you, and you're not necessarily the easiest person to make this kind of connection with.
Yeah, you saw what you saw.
I'll leave that business to you. I'm not the biggest fan of meddling with the gods.
Actually, that one.
Certainly.
Give me an insight check.
And
There's some background there. Like, it seems like Vindel has some kind of history.
I need an insight check for that one.
I mean, you were told by oh god,
Yeah.
what's his face? But
I'm gonna say, well, regardless of your background with her, I'm sure when the time comes, more will be revealed. Because, yeah, I'm sure you'll know a whole lot more than you seem to let on.
Just be careful.
Yeah, that's what, like I said, that's what I've been trying to do, and especially recently, I've had a lot on my mind.
Well, hopefully this interruption came as hopefully it was welcomed. But I need to work on things.
Right. Yeah, we have a bit of work to do as well with Esmore being an idiot.
What else is new?
and he just like
Absolutely.
starts waving his hand, and you see him start to fade.
Yeah.
You get the most restful rest you've had in a very long time, as you are left in this
God.
voidless space that you can leave whenever you wish.
Get a full night's sleep, and then I'll wake up.
Oh,
About fucking time.
Yeah.
Long time no see.
How are the kids?
Oh, there. Somewhere.
As long as y'all took, they're almost in college.
Sounds like a you problem.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
Esmore,
expensive.
Yeah.
Esmore, you wake up with all your resources that nowhere to be seen.
That's fine.
What's your plan?
I have one of two ideas. Um, well, I guess I'm gonna go with let's pick one of these plans and hope for the best. I am going to cast One Walk
Okay.
because I couldn't do it the day before because I didn't have it set, or I didn't have that spell slot. I didn't want to upcast it. I'm gonna cast Wind Walk and try and make my way as fast as possible back to the city. But trying at the same time being not as fast as possible. As fast as possible in a sense of as fast as I can move, being stealthy.
Yeah, so give me a stealth check.
Like sticking to the ceiling, staying to the ceilings, that kind of stuff. Stealth. Not great.
There are large stalactites that have bridges connecting them, and you can see windows and giant arches carved into these stalactites.
Wait,
it-
windows?
Mm-hmm. This is the upper city.
There's an upper city? Interesting. Can I look at
Yeah,
one of the windows?
the upper slag. At least that's what the people in the caverns call it. But yeah, you are flying in your ghostly windwalk form. What are you doing?
Well, now that I see windows as an upper city, now that I see a window, can I just kind of like peek, like barely peek my head into the window to see if it's like a house or what's going on in that window?
Yeah, you float up to a window, and before you even get there, you hear a crack and a yelp of pain. And as you peek in, it's like a full-on, like, BDSM scene. There's people laid out on
Oh.
torture devices and whips and leather and chains, and quite the sight.
Is it actually like a sex room, or is it actual people being tortured?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Do I recognize anybody in there?
Thankfully not. Um, uh, but the drow who seems to be in charge, turns to grab an implement. I'll leave up to your imagination. But she looks up and you make eye contact.
Can I just wave?
She kind of stands there a little, maybe in shock, not believing what she's seeing.
I'm gonna do like a ooh as I like drift away from view, like a ghost.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Okay, let's see if that works. Performance not gonna be good at this.
This is a one
Not
who rolls
good.
well on.
She sets down this implement, and she gives a loud whistle. And you are floating away.
And I'm gonna get as far away from that spot as possible. and try and just make my way back to the tavern where I know the rest of the group is.
Okay. You dive away. Give me a perception check.
What are my rolls today?
You notice, though you are much, much faster, that you are being pursued by a very similar manta ray looking monster.
At least I'm fast.
Yeah, you have no problem zipping away from it and easily losing it within the alleys and buildings of the city.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, one of the benefits of having like a 300-foot movement speed.
Yeah. I'll just continue making my way to the tavern.
Cool. Yeah.
To get into the tavern, I'm just gonna go to like we're on like the top floor, right?
It's just like a 2-floor place.
Okay.
It's
Then
like
I think
it's
we're on
like
the
built
second
into like a
floor.
broken off stalagmite.
Okay. Whenever I do get there, I just want to make note that all I want to do is just go up to like the window of our room and get their attention to let me in. Whenever I get there, I don't know if I
Oh, I
end
mean,
up
very
making it there
quickly.
or
You
not,
can get
but
there as soon as you want to.
okay. Then now.
You like tap on the window and you see Annalise jump. The rest of you see a familiar ghostly form of Esmore hanging out outside the window.
I closed the curtains.
Of course you do.
No, I'll open the window for him.
Yeah. You float in. And take a short break. Like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Be back at say 35. We sure do.
Only every once in a while.
Actually, I want to fucking post this in clips because I think I have a speedrunners clip that's pretty funny.
It's okay.
Oh, was it the
Post
one
it,
you
we'll look
showed
at it in a
me?
minute.
Yeah, there's that one.
It's a good one.
I was playing speedrunners with one of my buddies, and fucking we were doing roulette wheel, and I got this. It's in clips. Holy shit.
You've done that shit to me.
If Discord would load the video, that'd be nice.
Caitlin's seen it. Shouldn't she be working?
Evidently not.
Oh, no one works in this country.
She might be on break.
Probably. Who are you playing with?
One of my buddies.
You have friends?
It was
Crazy, I know.
like refusing to load for me.
That is unfortunate.
Oh well, I'll watch it later. So
We better keep our tradition and play speedrunners.
Yeah, it's either speedrunners or Risk of Rain 2.
in Rock and Stone, play Deep Rock Galactic. All right, so Esmore has returned. It takes you a minute to revert before you can talk, but
Yeah.
eventually you do revert.
As soon as I come back, the first thing out of my mouth is, "Did y'all know there was an upper city?"
I would assume so.
I
Why?
mean,
See some crazy shit.
yeah,
You
it's
didn't know?
called the Upper Slag, where all the rich fucks live. All the people in charge, anyway.
Well, either they're into some weird stuff, or I just watched a torture session.
Was it
No,
like,
it's pretty normal.
what? Yeah, it was like kinky
Normal,
shit, or was
like-
it actual torture?
Yes.
Oh god.
You probably weren't in the slave pits long enough, but it's a thing.
Maybe I should have stayed a bit longer. I mean,
What?
you know. Hey, man.
I don't think there's really
Sometime-
any pleasure in it for you, necessarily, unless you're like super into that kind of thing. But
Hey man, keep your options open. That's all I'm saying.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Literally.
yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I like keeping
neither.
keeping all my fingers where they are.
I mean, I would have explored the uppers a little bit longer, but I was kind of spotted pretty quickly, so.
Regardless, I think we shouldn't bother looking for Vindel. I don't think it's worth it.
I think you're an idiot, but okay.
What
I don't think so.
what makes you say that?
There's a good reason.
Oh, it's also who the fuck is
Because-
Vendo?
He's the fucking wizard guy we were talking about.
If anyone's gonna be able to get us out of this place, it's gonna be him.
Right, because he's definitely down here.
He's gotta be.
Well, I can assure you he's not.
Why?
Because he talked to me in my sleep.
That's weird.
Yes, that's what I said to him.
Then where the hell is he?
He's in his tower. He got away.
How?
That's a good question.
He was catatonic whenever I was taken.
He woke up, I guess, and fucking poofed away. I told him a little bit about what's happening, and there's something I want to try.
Wait, so
Well, can you
there's
tell me how.
there's a friend you have that's a wizard, and he escaped and didn't take you with him? What kind of friend is that?
Yes.
Well, I'm still kind of confused about one thing that this. You
Well,
weren't there, but
let's hold this thought for now, because what I'm about to say is way more important than anything you guys have to say right now. No offense. Well, actually, no, I take that back too.
Like
We
the
can
fact
force. Can you let me talk?
no,
Well, okay, then maybe we won't force this Elder Brain out of our heads then.
no what?
That's right. We can force it out. It'll only last a day, but we can force it out. And I believe it requires all of us. Well, maybe not you, Alec, because you're not going to be able to be helpful for this.
Okay.
So
But
how do
we
you?
go about that?
Yeah, how do you suggest we do this?
Didn't tell me much about that. But he said it requires multiple people, so I assume we like join hands or some shit, like some weird ass ritual, and well, do as he said. Think about it hard enough, and it can't exactly keep its concentration hard enough if there's multiple of us doing it, right?
So that's the secret. Just believe, right?
Fucking worked the first time. If we can think hard enough and avoid detection from it, kind of makes sense that we'd be able to force it out with enough of us. No?
I mean, I'll give it a try,
Plus,
but
wouldn't you like to have a free thinking mind for once?
what is that supposed to mean?
As in something that's not, as in we're not constantly being monitored.
Will that keep us from being monitored by the mind flayers?
Yeah, because the mind flayers have contact with the elder brain, right? That's how that works.
I
Obviously.
mean, yeah, it's like a hive mind, right?
Yeah.
But
so
the other thing is, like, if they're, this is probably the easiest way for the brain to keep tabs on you, but also there's just magic that can read minds. So
yeah,
unless you have some way of shielding yourself like I do, only so much this is gonna help.
I mean, this is better than nothing, no?
Very true.
But it's kind of a weird thought because nothing's really happened to us right now, right? I mean, if the mind flayer really wanted us out and dead, would you be here right now? And I pointed at Asmore.
I'm more resilient than you think.
I don't think
I
you could
give
handle
you
like
that.
5 of those things though.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
we
If
saw
it
what
really
happened to
wanted it
Malnum.
could-
Fucking locked him down and almost took his brain right out of his skull.
Yeah,
It won't happen next time.
I believe you for sure.
But
Good.
we're talking openly about removing the elder brain from your head, since not. Has it done anything? Or if it can't do anything, it hasn't done anything.
It'd be able to do stuff. If it wanted to, it could probably send a bunch of mind flayers to us because it knows where we are at all times.
But wasn't it like?
What does it want? Like, to be
That's a
free,
good
sure, but
question.
beyond that, like, why couldn't it just send mind flayers here to take us down to its lair to pretend like we're going to be fucking eaten and then just like let us go down there? Or I don't understand.
I mean, in the dream we had, didn't the brain seem to be in pain?
Maybe we were overthinking the fact that it wants us out and dead, because if it did, then, well, here we are. But at the same time, I
If
think
it didn't,
if I'm going to like free it or like do any of that kind of stuff, I'd rather have a free thinking mind and not be monitored constantly of what I'm thinking. It gives me more to think about.
What if one of you can't break the connection? And
That's a good question.
I'm
Only
scared.
one way
it's
to
kind
find
of
out.
a-
Just
it's
had
kind
to
of a-
find out.
it doesn't matter then.
I mean,
It's
still
better
worth,
than
it's still
nothing.
worth a shot.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't it worth risking? One of us possibly, still being stuck with it in our head, and still chanting that we could possibly get it all out of our head, or just stay with it all in our head.
Again,
Anyways,
this only lasts a day.
A day is all we need, technically, right?
Exactly.
That is if
Plus, it's not like we actually plan on like fucking killing the thing.
Well,
I understand like the thought and all of that, but again, I think we mentioned this and talked about this before, but it's weird that the mind flayers are working with the drow. And that dream, there's got to be
of
some
it
sort of
being
there's got to
shackled.
exactly there's got to be some sort of connection.
I mean, just like we were, what, the Elder Brain was a slave?
Essentially.
It's very far fetched for sure, but
I have a theory.
with how the
Let's
drow and
let's
like all
try
of the
this
things
thing
that's happening,
first before we keep talking about what our plans
Yeah.
might be. Right?
But
Yeah.
hang on, I have a theory.
Can the theory wait until you don't have a brain in your brain?
I mean, me saying this only takes a couple seconds.
Right, but
yeah,
who
that's
do you
the
want
point.
to
It's
hear the
I
theory?
could have said it. I
And-
could have said it
and to-
already.
And to be fair, the mind flayer would probably already know by now if
You're already thinking about it. Just fucking say it.
True. Yeah. Is it possible that the only reason why the mind flayers are helping the drow is because the drow are basically captured and are torturing the giant brain, forcing the mind flayers to do what they want? And that's why the big brain wants us to help?
It seems
I
reasonable.
mean, that's what I was assuming.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it probably be in our best interest to help the brain? That way, the mind, you can get the mind flayers to help us get our friends back and get us all out of here.
Assuming they help
Assuming,
us.
wait.
yeah, assuming, but
They could at
Vindel's
the most
not
cause
here.
chaos.
Wait, did in
Yeah.
your dream, it was your friend, right? Like, it wasn't some weird, like, you're dreaming of Vindel?
Magic's a weird thing, man.
Okay. If
I
your
get what you're
wizard
saying.
friend got out, what are the odds that your other friends did too?
He said he was the only one that got away, but I'm not 100% sure on that because he just straight up and teleported, and yeah.
There's
well,
a
why would they
decent-
take us but everybody else?
It seems like there's a chance that everyone else got out, escaped.
I don't
But
imagine.
why
he seemed,
take
he
me?
seemed, you were with Zine,
So was everybody else.
right? I don't know what happened to whatever
Maybe
the fuck.
they're more worried about someone who can turn into a giant rock than
Yeah.
some scrawny wizard. Which, probably a mistake
Oh,
on
and they
their
turned.
part. But
If they didn't take the other guy, which they should have, he can turn into a giant, almost dragon thing,
I mean, yeah.
more powerful than me.
Maybe
hmm.
I'll be honest.
Well, let's
Maybe
hope he's here,
You and I were
because that
just
sounds
too
really,
weak.
really helpful.
It would be. very
That
helpful.
would be useful.
Yeah.
I would like a dragon
That's
to be on my side right about now. That sounds
It's
sweet.
not a dragon. It's a.
Alright,
it's a behir, but
I don't know what that
Let's
is,
do
but it
this
sounds
thing
awesome.
already.
it's very awesome. He took out basically an entire army by himself.
All right, let's leave the small talk for later. Let's just do this thing.
Fine, let's do it.
Now the brain.
Hmm.
Alright, I guess we're thinking really
so
hard.
if you're
to
attempting
like
it,
the
give me a
focusing really
charisma
hard on
saving
it.
throw.
everyone, or just
If you're trying to get the brain out of your brain.
let's not use.
I rolled a
Oh
31.
my god.
Jesus.
Um,
It's a good thing that Malnum is really good at those.
it only lasts for a day. Okay, fuck it. Okay, what are my fucking rolls? That's fine. I was considering not doing it anyways.
Okay, so Annalise has been just in the room. And pretty much as soon as you suggest that you can force the elder brain out of your brain, You see her like stare off in the middle distance, and then you see her nose start to bleed, and she like blinks, and she took 13 points of damage.
Uh,
Vath, you take
Uh.
13. But you do break the connection with your fucking 31. Malcolm, you take 9 points of psychic damage. Esmore takes 10 points of psychic damage.
How do I take more?
Because I'm rolling every time. Unfortunately, only Vath has broken the connection. Everyone else can still hear just kind of the passive, incoherent thought of another consciousness in the back of your head.
Can I think really hard at this consciousness in my head?
try again.
No, I'm going to ask them,
speak to it.
speak to the thing in my head and say, if you really want us to help you, why hurt us?
Just give me a persuasion check. See if you can get this thing to respond.
Come on, I need a good roll for once.
The kind of murmuring in the back of your head grows louder, and then it quiets down again. It seems like you were acknowledged, but you didn't get a response.
Well, out of my head.
Yeah, you like focus on what's going on inside your head. It's only your thoughts.
Can I, in my head, tell this thing that...
Can I try again?
Yeah.
I'll
Give me another charisma save.
While he's doing that, can I, Damn, that's my roll.
You take
cast,
another
guidance
15
on
points
Es- can I
of
cast-
psychic damage.
I'm
How
gonna cast
much?
guidance
15.
on Esmore.
1-5.
Ooh.
Yeah, cast guidance on me.
Guidance.
I was gonna say, if I promise not to try and push you out of my head, will you talk to me about this?
Give me another persuasion check.
And what's guidance do?
It's you add a d4.
You can add a d4.
Add a D4 or persuasion,
Mm-hmm.
and then I say God, a D4, 4, 12.
You get another sign of acknowledgement, but it doesn't speak to you. Like you know it. You like made that connection. Like it can hear you, but other than that,
Just ask it how we can help it.
You know what? I'm gonna threaten it this time. I'm gonna say, you know what? If you don't talk to me, then I'm not gonna do a damn thing to help you.
okay. Give me a intimidation check with disadvantage this time.
Ah, intimidation disadvantage. Come on!
Can you roll above a 10, please?
I can't today. What the
this
hell?
time, this time the murmuring doesn't even change. Almost like you're now actively being ignored. You're just
Are you good, buddy?
another drop in the bucket for this brain who has who knows how many connections.
Try again later. Fuck it.
You just get like the dial tone.
No, I get the fucking internet connection,
Uh-huh.
like old school.
Please hold. And then elevator music. It looks like that hurt.
Oh boy.
Just a little.
You still.
I
try
got
it.
it out of my. I managed to get the brain out of my head, so
That
I'm
didn't work.
Are you gonna try again?
One more go.
All right, another charisma save.
Nope.
rethinking.
These rolls.
You take another 12 points of
I
psychic
rolled
damage.
fine.
Maybe you should sit down. Your ear is bleeding.
What about was it Alice?
I
Alice? What
imagine.
was it?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
She is like sitting on the floor, like just like cradling her head. She just like shakes her
Like
head.
she can't. She
Am I able
can't
to like
have
help them
a.
do this?
I'm gonna cast
If you can
Cure Wounds on her.
suggest a way to help, I'm all ears, but I don't know how you would help force something out of someone else's head.
You right.
Yeah, I give her 9 points of.
Okay, that definitely helps.
Well, yeah.
Thank you. I don't think I can
I
do
want
it.
to wipe the blood off.
It's kind of a hard thing to do. Like, I don't know.
I mean, we're magically inclined, and I'm having issues.
I don't know. I have an easier time just focusing on it. The humming. I
I've been
just
trying to.
focused really hard on it, and I don't know.
I'm more concerned with bargaining with it than trying to force it out.
I mean, my issue is we don't really have much of a choice but to help it at this point. What are our other leads that won't get us killed? You see what I mean?
To not get us killed? Maybe we could fucking leave. But
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, that's what Vendel suggested.
Can I?
Maybe he's onto something.
He brought up another question that I'm. Who's to say that Zine is even still here?
If not here, maybe the upper city.
Where would she be?
I would.
I mean, she could
I
be
mean-
just. She could just be dead.
I mean,
They're not
or
going to do
just
that.
somewhere else.
If they wanted her dead, they would have done it a long time ago instead of bringing us all down here.
I'm not saying that she's dead. There's 0% chance that she's dead.
Okay, then
It seems like she's way more important.
where would she be? If she's not in the city, like here or the upper slag.
That's the question that we're wondering right now, isn't it?
And I
It's
think
possible
the only.
that she's not here at all. It's possible that I don't know where the fucking Drow are. I don't know too much about Drow.
Sadly, I think the only way to answer those questions is with the Elder Brain.
It's quite possibly the only thing we can do. The issue is,
Getting to it.
yeah, that and the person with the best chance contacting it, has a free thinking mind, so to speak.
wait, so you just broke a connection, you want to remake a connection with it?
I never said that.
But you want to speak to it. How else are
I'm
you?
enjoying my.
I mean, there's a benefit with now two of us not being
Exactly.
eavesdropped on.
I don't want to exclude the rest of you, but you know,
I think we might have to.
I
I
wonder.
don't think I'll be breaking that connection anytime soon.
And as such, I'm gonna open the door to the room. Give us 5 minutes.
Who? Give
Me
who
and
5
Alec.
minutes?
Me and Alec.
Okay. Can I pose this question first and then I'll leave?
Yeah, sure.
Would it be a stupid idea? And let me finish before you answer that. I know what you're thinking. If the mind flayers are, don't want to possibly work with the drow, do you think that if I disguise myself as a mind flayer, that the mind flayers
If
might
you-
have an idea to pretend I'm one of them?
I was gonna say, why don't you just walk up to a mind flayer and talk to it?
I mean, actually, that's not a terrible idea as long as you don't get caught by Drow.
If I get caught, I have a backup plan this time.
It's more of getting seen by the drow.
Yeah, the
That's,
drow
that's
are the real issue
why.
here.
That's why I would rather do this alone and not involve y'all.
Like,
Is it
because
gonna
that went
cause
so
you to
well
be
happened
gone
last
for a
time.
whole day?
Possibly. All I'm trying to do is talk to a mind flayer. That's all I'm trying to do.
And if it goes bad,
Psychically, if it goes bad, I'll send word.
Or you won't, because you'll be dead.
I won't. Trust me. If you don't hear from me within 24 hours, I'm dead.
here we
Fair
go.
enough.
Go again.
Fair enough. Regardless, you all have to, like, I don't know, hang out in the tavern or something like that, because
Well, while y'all talk, I'm gonna go execute my plan.
All right. Be careful. I mean, obvious, but it's, if you do die, like, we can't really do it without you.
If you die, the only option I have left is to just get out of here and live my life.
Just trust I won't die.
I believe in you. I don't think you'll die, but if you do, then I'm gonna focus on escaping and getting out of here because teleportation magic doesn't work here. No way in or out.
Wait, what?
I'll just kind of.
Well, you don't know? The city's enchanted.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've been
Well,
using
I mean,
magic.
yeah, it's enchanted, but
Okay. Well, yeah, but you
Teleport-
can't. Dimension Door works and Misty Step works, but you can't use big ones like Teleportation Circle. That's not how it works around here. You have to get far away from the city if you want to use that kind of thing. That's why, if Vindel wanted to, he couldn't come here to help. That's why he's not here.
huh? Everyone, give me a perception check.
Oh, that includes me.
Come on!
I
I
rolled.
guess I'll give one for Annalise. Good job, Annalise.
Jesus.
And
Useless bitch is doing better than I am.
Well,
she
what
has
do you mean?
skills. She's
Useless-
just not
The,
combat inclined.
the useless bitch isn't doing anything. What do you mean?
Okay, so everyone who got above a 10, you notice a light
Let's go.
blink on the glass, as if something small just hit the glass.
I'll look over.
I mean, you're on the second floor.
I
You
just walk over.
don't see anything.
Okay. Shall we go investigate that, or
Investigate what?
if you not hear that, there's like clink on the glass.
Well, I got two voices in my head. Well, I got me in my head, and I also got a static in my head. What do you want from me?
I thought your head was just static.
What did you hear?
This time, now that you're all kind of paying attention, you hear another tink.
That
Well, that's not normal.
Alec
Can I
Alec draws a dagger.
Can I just barely?
What are
peek
the
my
odds
head
that
out the
this is a
window?
good thing?
Oh, if it was bad, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be, acknowledge or trying to get our attention. They would try and sneak to us.
Or
What
they're
are the
trying
odds
to
that
get
this
us
is a
by
bad thing?
ourselves.
Well, if they wanted us by ourselves, if they would have waited, they could have done that easier. Because we're just about to walk out and leave two in here, and me by myself, and then whoever else, Annalise outside by herself.
Should we
Bad
go
timing, jackasses.
Tink tink tink.
Should we go investigate?
It's like someone's.
I'm
It's
just
like
gonna-
someone's throwing gravel at the window. And they just threw like
I'm
a
just gonna take-
fistful.
I'm gonna
take
look.
bucket
I'm gonna look out
and
the
look.
window.
Yeah, same.
And winding back for another throw. It's almost like seeing a ghost. Zine is winding up to throw a fistful of gravel at the window.
That's not normal.
That's not normal.
Hey, does the window have curtains?
Close
Uh-huh.
the curtains.
Yeah,
If
close
I
the
see
curtains.
them, I'll stop and wave.
Zine is
All right.
wearing armor. You see a very, very fine instrument at her side. No weapons, but yeah, Zine's got a cloak. He's got a very fine harp, wearing studded leather armor.
I'm gonna open the window. I'm gonna stick my head out and yell, "Nice try, dumbass. Zine doesn't wear armor."
And then she throws a rock at his head.
What does Zine do?
I'll throw a pebble at him, and I'll say, "I've always worn armor. I'm coming up," and I'll go inside and try to find the room.
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
Dad's gonna
hang on.
whisper.
I'm not convinced. Edward wouldn't be convinced that easily.
Zine, when you enter the tavern, just everyone goes quiet, and they all stare at you as you walk by.
Person.
And even the bartender just like watches you walk by and walk up the stairs.
I would assume I have my hood up.
I mean, even still, it's pretty hard to disguise a drow with the mark of a major house. It's more. It's not a silence of like, oh, it's a stranger walking in the tavern. It's like the queen has like blessed us with her presence, and we're scared that she's gonna cut our heads off, kind of thing. And when you go up the stairs, you hear them start talking again, probably about very different subjects this time. You head upstairs. There's only like two doors up here.
Before we get to the next scene, can you give me like 5 minutes because my food's here?
I'm gonna do something.
Fucking Jordan.
As soon as I see Zine, can I cast Hold Person?
I mean,
because in my mind, Edward wouldn't think this is actually Zine.
Yeah. Do you like step out?
Edward would think this is the duplicate.
Do you like step out into the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm like
Zine, give me a
charging.
wisdom saving throw.
Do we want to wait for Jared to get back with his food?
I'm sure he got delivered. He'll be back soon enough.
Okay.
I mean, we can wait. Just go and give me a wisdom saving throw, and then we'll wait. Okay, I'm sure that 13 fails.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the spell save is an 18.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's the same as mine.
You guys are strong.
We are the big boys now.
We're all 15.
We'll wait for
what do you expect?
Jared to get back. What an interesting revelation.
I'm only doing this, Noah, just so you know. If you think about it, it's as far as being logical about doing this.
No, it's entirely no. Don't get me wrong. Your actions are entirely logical.
Yeah, I'm not doing this to be an ass.
A lot of illogical things have happened to Zine, and right now it's like there's like a high going on. Like, shit's happening. So far, it's all been weirdly good in a bad good way.
Edward's seen an exact duplicate of you, so
I'm gonna need to find a way to disguise myself better. I no longer have my mask. I don't know if I get the spell, actually. And I can't just auto-cast it anymore.
Yep, it would cost a spell slot.
Oh, I forgot to check how many spells I can prep. I think
it's your cleric level plus your wisdom modifier.
Cleric, what's my wisdom? Boo, 2. So 3.
Just so you know, Esmore already has a surefire way of testing if you're actually Zine or not. So
that's okay.
I'm ready to go whenever.
Okay.
Okay.
So Esmore pops out of the room and casts Hold Person, and Zine is frozen. And Zine, you see a deep gnome, over Sneeblin, step up to you and has a dagger right at your throat.
As soon as I cast Hold Person, I'm like storming towards Zine, like angry, but at the same time, kind of like hoping. I think of like when when fucking in Harry Potter, whenever Dumbledore grabbed Harry Potter, freaking out, asking if he put his name in the Goblet of Fire.
Prominent.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like that. I grab Zine, and without thinking, I produce flame in my hand, and I put it to her, like close to her face, to see how she reacts.
Well, she's
I'm
held,
just gonna slowly
so
walk over.
I mean, as soon as I produce flame, I'm pretty sure the whole person breaks because you know.
yeah. Alec is fast. He beat you there. He doesn't do anything, but he has a dagger to your throat.
Matt's just gonna raise his voice a bit and yell, "Relax!"
I am listening. I do the produce flame, and I wait to see what Zine does. She's not being held no more, so we'll see what she does.
Listen, that's
Zine,
almost probably her.
give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
22.
I mean, you can describe what you do. You're still frozen, but like you can't move, but like you can move your eyes, I suppose.
I'll look at Esmore and I guess like slowly hands up.
Well, you're held.
Well, as soon as I do produce flame, the whole person breaks
Oh,
because of
that's right.
concentration,
That's right.
and then I cast produce flame. So
Okay, so you're not held.
And then I'll say, Esmore, it's me. I'm marrying your basically sister, Alice. Vav. We were captured. Gorzar. Does that work?
That's pretty common information, though.
yeah, plus the fact
Fair.
that we've been having brains. We've been having a mega brain in our head, probably getting information about us that I can easily pass along information.
Ask a question I would only know then.
The big brain would know anything about us if it wants to know.
That was something that
Okay.
really anyone
well,
else
is
would know.
Hang on.
there-
Doesn't Zine have scars?
Yes.
Zine,
I'm
actually,
gonna
I think I do have a question for you.
What?
Before we went to fight Gorzar, when you made your mystical mansion thing, something happened. What happened between us?
Oh, with the room?
That's her.
Just for clarification, I'm gonna grab her arms, like or the spots that I know of where she has scars, and just look.
They're there.
They're there.
I'll kind of push you away and say, no need to be handsy. And show the scars. We good now? The eyes are the same.
Alex still has his dagger out, but, like takes it away from like your throat.
I do have one more question though. Is the brain in your head?
What brain?
Do I know about?
No.
Yeah, do I know about any of that?
Nope.
I hadn't seen like a ton of mind flare. Okay. I don't know what you mean by brain. I was taken from the cell straight to the matron mother.
You hear a low humming in the back of your head. Just you kind of have to focus on it a bit.
I will try to tune everything out and focus. See if I hear a
This
like
is-
humming in the back of my head.
It's a weird one, but give me a perception check. Nope. No humming, no static, no voices.
No, I don't hear anything.
Just want to make
Um,
sure.
Do we want to get out of this hallway?
as soon as I'm sure,
Yeah,
Probably a good
let's-
idea.
as soon as I'm
Go back
sure
into the
that
room.
it's actually Zine, of course I'm gonna put the flame away, and I'm just gonna say, take your damn time. Just kind of walked away and walk back into the room.
The interesting thing with your produced flame, Zine seemed relatively unbothered.
I know that bothers me.
He's upset about it.
Yes, I am. I try to keep it in, but as soon as it did nothing, I was like,
He's
no. As soon as you said with advantage, I go, fuck you.
he's upset with Zine's new buffs.
As soon as I heard advantage, I got mad.
Oh boy, do we have information to trade.
I have to adjust my fucking prank plans.
All right, we're back in the room.
Yeah, let's go back
Alright.
to the room.
I'm gonna close the door. So, from what we know, currently the people that aren't being held don't have a second brain in their brain is me, Alec, and Zine.
Well, you for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good
I
thing or not, though.
I still don't know what this brain is.
The mind flayers. There's an elder brain. It's a hive mind.
Okay, what do I know about mind flayers?
Give me an Arcana check.
I think we've seen some before.
Oh, we have. We fought some.
You don't know a ton. Like they're alien and like they, like they primarily seek like humanoid brains for food. Do you think? Something about hive mind. Something sounds probably right.
Okay. Hive mind brain thing.
It's basically crying for us to help it, but we don't know.
We'll talk about that later, though. What happened with you? And I'm like, kind of looking at her.
A lot.
Esmore and Vath, give me a perception or insight.
Let me see what I'm better at because goddamn.
I'm equally as bad at both.
Okay.
I am same.
You'll get slightly different information based on which one you pick. Okay. So Esmore, Vath, unfortunately, you don't get anything. But Esmore, you notice that Alec is just like off to Zine's side, just staring daggers at her, and is just like slowly, just like playing with the hilt of one of his blades, just staring at her.
I'm just gonna look at Alec and say, "Relax."
He glances at you and just looks back at Zine. Doesn't change his posture at all.
Can I just step in between him and her?
Hold on.
Yeah, you can intercede.
Yeah, definitely doing that. But I rolled before you said you're getting different information on depending on what you were gonna roll.
No, yeah, that was the. If you rolled insight, I would have given you something slightly different, but
So
good.
I can obviously see Alec and the Duragar.
Mhm.
So who might these two be? I get why they're concerned, I think. Outside of
They were
You have a good idea
slaves?
why.
Are we slaves or prisoners for how many years did y'all say y'all were imprisoned by the drow?
Long enough.
what was it, a year? Too
Long.
long?
I understand why you guys might be concerned, but well, as far as I know, Zine isn't like that.
No, she's too overly good to let anything happen to people.
That's kind of annoying at times, to be honest.
A little bit.
I don't see how that's a bad thing.
Being overly worried about civilians sometimes can make things worse. And I know you've learned that the hard way, but
I have a question that needs to be answered before I can say much of what happened.
Yeah.
Can the people who still have a brain in their brain
Leave?
hear things that they shouldn't?
Yes. The mind flayers can hear these things.
meaning they know
So-
you're here already.
I'm still gonna say this. The rest of you do still need to leave for now.
How about I try and get it out of my head again?
I'll cast guidance on you if that's what you want to try.
I'll try it.
Actually, that only works on checks. Never mind. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Bless-
you're
would
looking
bless
for
help?
resistance is the cantrip that works for saves.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I get it.
That's fine. I'll just give it
Bless
one more
bless
try.
would work.
Okay, well then I will cast Blast.
What does it look like when you cast a cleric spell?
So
Also, I'm
I
not
like to think
entirely
that
sure what her holy symbol is. You definitely got one, by the way.
Hold on.
I'm looking it up right now.
I am
interesting.
putting it in the text channel, the one that I grabbed. Something like that.
Yeah,
Or you
something
can-
similar.
Yeah, there was the one with the like flames coming out from behind it.
Yeah. This holy symbol is otherworldly. It's not of craftsmanship or really material that can be found on this plane of existence.
It looks like something out of Elden Ring.
It almost looks like this. I don't know if it's like a medallion or if it's on a chain or what, but it looks like the holy symbol itself is made up of almost pure like moonlight. So what does it look like when you cast bless?
I like to think the symbols attach like a medallion to beads that go up to the elbow, and they glow, letting out the radiant moonlight color, and it, as I touch you, it kind of just pulses a little glow through you.
Esmore, because you're standing right in front of Alec, you notice Alec like furrow his brow. And he stares at the holy symbol and then looks at Zine with a completely different expression. He's now more confused than anything. But you're now blessed, which is a D4 on pretty much all D20 rolls.
Cool.
Can I?
So you can try to break
Oh
that.
yeah, you're doing your check.
What's it for the check?
It's a charisma save.
Charisma save, and you can add my D4.
Might as well use it just in
Yeah.
case.
I wish I inspired you as well. That would have been great.
18.
18 is just enough. As
This
your
man's body
mind
used it.
goes quiet, you feel the last shock of pain as you take 13 points of psychic damage. But there's no more muttering or static in your mind.
How do you feel?
It's out and it hurt.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Illustre?
Huh?
I will crack a similar soft smile as she did to me and look at Alec and say, yeah.
As I said, this one's weird.
Yeah, he said the same thing about me, but
she's
yeah.
As
very
I
different from
said,
Necro.
it's been a weird time.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to it when I want to look at Malnum and oh fuck, what's her name?
Annalise.
Yeah, that's her name. Look at Malnum Annalise.
A super influential character that you could never forget, of course.
Yes, of course.
I don't remember her name, but I can't remember the fucker's name that's also a druid. He has a southern accent. I still can't remember his fucking name.
A monumental, a very pivotal character of the campaign.
You mean one of your favorite characters?
Yes! I can remember Annalise, but I can't remember that fucking guy's name.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at them like, could you give us a couple minutes? I'll come back and let you guys know what's good.
Malnum will say, sure, I'm not trying that again. And he'll go down and look to spend some of the coin he has extra, since he had been working to make some coin
Annalise just
to pay for the room.
nods and sticks very, very closely to Malnum's side.
Yeah. We'll be downstairs.
Now in a room full of people who don't have brains in their brains.
Yeah.
Oh no, the brain in my brain. I'm gonna brain.
My brain's brain is pulsating. My brain's headache.
I'm gonna brain.
Please don't say that while having sex.
I'm gonna brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna brain.
All right, so where were we? After I say that, after they leave.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing here?
Alec is just like kind of in awe. Demeanor completely changed.
Me?
I would assume he's not talking to any of us.
Well, I'm technically kidnapped and escaped from with the help of Illustre.
You're gonna have to start a bit earlier than that. I think I missed the prequels.
How about we start from whenever we all got captured?
How about yeah, and then you ask a question, I ask a question.
Okay, first question. Where's everybody else?
No clue.
Was anyone else taken with you? Or was it just you? I assume it was just you, though.
It was just me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was just me.
Your turn?
Where the others come from?
They helped us escape from the prison. They were our cellmates.
Okay.
Just kind of a stroke of luck that Esmore happened to get into the same cell as me and them.
Fortunate. Alec, if you have a question, I guess I'll throw you in the mix. That is your name, I guess. I'm Zine, by the way.
Yeah. I
Ask away.
don't even know where to start.
I'm just gonna hold Alec on my shoulder and be like, "It'll be fine. It's gonna happen to you. We'll make sure of it."
I don't think you know who Illustrate is?
I would like to make a religion check.
Yeah. All of you can.
What do I know? I do know at some point I had tried looking into a little bit of draw culture, but not much.
I highly
was
doubt
6.
Asmore's gonna know anything about this.
Yeah, I feel
Nope.
like this is a fitting role for me because I wouldn't know shit.
Yeah.
Um.
Asmore doesn't know much about humans, let alone fucking gods or anything.
No. You don't know who Illustre is. She would be. She's so separated from the pantheon that you'd be used to.
Yeah,
It's like not even on your radar. Um.
that's fair. She's very unknown too. I love her though.
She's the only good drow god.
The fact that we have a cleric paladin, what? The fact that we have someone who follows her here, I don't think you understand.
I told you, she's weird.
Fucking incredible. This is.
Can I
I don't think we could have gotten
answer
luckier.
your question with this statement?
He's like lost for words.
That's a yes.
I'll
Probably
look
yes.
to Vath and Esmore and I'll say, so we have to free the people.
Can you be a bit more specific?
I'm gonna look at Alex HC, told you.
Who's ready to overthrow a government?
I knew it
Can
wouldn't
I-
be as
yeah.
easy as finding Zine and get out.
I'm gonna put my
As
hand
Vath
up.
starts-
I'm gonna put my hand up and be, can I make things explode?
There's a decent chance.
I'm in.
I feel like that's not a great idea considering, and then Vath just looks up.
I mean, I can get through it just fine.
Yeah. The rest of us will be crushed. or
Long
live or
story
live.
short, free the slaves.
Yeah. Do you know what happened to well, the other guys? I don't know exactly who came with you guys, I'll be honest.
There was Vendel, Kilar.
Vindel's fine.
Okay. Kilar. There was this warrior whose name eludes me.
Ah,
And you're on our backs about people's names.
Super pivotal, really important to the story.
It out of character.
Honestly,
I don't
kind
even know.
of.
Out of character, I don't even know if he's still in my notes, but yet I have Jasper the elephant marked as dead.
Is Ulrich.
From the Wand of
Can
Wonder.
I bring something?
Yeah.
Can I
Here
bring
we
something
go.
up real quick that I just remembered?
I
Remember that
have
potion
I have
had
Ulrich
made?
Hawkhorn.
And I haven't fully paid for that potion. I still owe a lot for that fucking potion. And we didn't use the potion but now that potion's lost, so I can't even return it, and now
In the
we're
bag
in
of
debt.
holding.
You should have gotten
Yeah.
renter's insurance.
Yeah.
I'm in debt. I'm in a lot of debt.
Okay, back to character.
Freeing the slaves is gonna
Um,
be pretty hard. I think we have. I think we need to release the Elder Brain before we do that, because otherwise we're going up against
Otherwise, we have no shot.
dozens of
Mind
mind
flayers.
flayers, and fucking good luck.
Okay, well, that statement should answer the Illustre question, I'm guessing. I don't know much about her. Didn't really grow up in any drow culture.
I'm gathering that.
Also, I really need a way to disguise myself.
Gonna look over to Esmore.
I don't
can't-
have
I
my
can't do shit
mask
about that.
anymore.
What the hell you want
Well,
me to do about it?
Yeah. Oh, that's another big issue, Zian. Neither do I.
People are looking at me scared.
Zian.
Wait, that might not be a bad thing though.
Yeah, we could use that.
I mean, I tried that. That's why I had to flee the city. I did the
Also,
multicolored eyes, and it did not work out well.
Side note, I'm the daughter of a matron mother, and when they took me separate from y'all, she said I was supposed to undergo a trial with the Spider Queen. Turns out it was just a demon thing, trying to kill me. It wasn't a trial. She was just trying to kill me. She doesn't want me alive. So my presence being known is also a hindrance in moving.
Bath does just not look at all surprised right now. Just nodding his head like, yeah, sounds about right.
You know, the longer you kept saying that sentence, the worse it kept getting.
Yeah.
I'm realizing that.
Is this what it's like talking to me? Just constant bad news?
Yes.
Yes.
Huh.
But good news. I'm back.
And you brought your bad news with
Okay, but
you.
where's the good news?
Yeah. You brought your good news. You brought all your bad news with you.
Well, as far as they know, I'm dead.
Well, we still need to find the mask.
Well,
guess
the
that
big
is
brain knows you're alive.
Helpful. I mean, assuming the
See-
Elder Brain tells the drow, which
I
it's
doubt
like
they will,
50-50
but
at this point.
I'm still lost on the Elder Brain stuff. That's my question.
Honestly, don't
So
worry about it.
these two had what, a dream of vision? I don't know. It was
Yeah.
never in my head. It's a Versnibon thing.
Okay.
But you said it was like in chains and in pain in your dream.
Yeah.
So we think that it's enslaved just about like everything else in the city.
Yep.
And basically the mind flayers are only helping out the drow because they have to.
My only concern is what happens when we free it.
That's a good question.
It could be an enemy or it could go wild.
I would rather have that against the drow and us rather than just us and not the drow.
True.
So Zine,
But,
when you say
with-
free the
with-
people, how many and which ones?
Don't say yes.
Hold on. Yes.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good luck explaining this to Malcolm. I mean, I assume that if we fill for the Eldraine, it's just going to start slaughtering Drow.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing. I imagine that
Unless
might not try
we
to
need
hurt
to
us.
free all the Drow.
Uh, I really don't know Illustre's boundaries.
Fuck the drow. Fuck the purple shrews.
Well,
I mean, the enslaved ones, I don't see why not freeing them.
Can we just destroy the upper deck?
There's not that many Drow slaves. There's not many that I saw. The I did see were men.
I don't know, maybe just free the enslaved and let them do as they will.
yeah.
So would my idea still be?
And the people who want to leave we can try and have them leave with us or something. I don't believe we'll stay here much longer after we free people.
Yeah, but maybe Zine can help me and Esmore get the rest of our stuff back.
Speaking of, Danny, can I assume I had time to identify my things?
You didn't have to.
Oh, okay, cool. My items have changed, so they took all my things, like my harp.
Right.
But Illustre gave me these gifts. Uh, Unfortunately, they're really just for me.
Who's Alistair again?
Were you like fucking paying attention to the wallpaper instead of listening to the conversation or what?
No, I guess I didn't. I missed that part of the information.
Illustre is probably the best thing that's happened to us in the last 3 years.
So the person. Okay.
God, but sure.
a god.
God would
Um,
let this kind of stuff happen. Some god. Cool. Anyways,
uh, they're the only good one in the Underdark, apparently.
they're not really doing a good job at making sure that stuff like
Well,
this don't
I
happen.
think that means they're highly outnumbered.
God?
Esmore, think of it this way. If Illustre is the only good drow god, how many drow gods are there? And why is there only one good one?
Because the purple skin comes with an attitude. Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
I
Baz is just gonna
mean,
roll his eyes and like he understands, I guess.
this entire city and fucking probably all over the place, but especially Mesobrandon is being crushed under the thumb of Lolth.
Wolf.
Yeah, you notice all the
Spider
spider
Queen.
motifs everywhere?
Unfortunately.
Kind of her thing.
Do you
Yes.
remember the Driders we've fought before?
Unfortunately. Yeah, the drow,
yeah.
right? The drow. Yeah. That makes sense. The drow within the spider bitches, and then, yeah.
Same thing. So, there's a decent chance that these are the same people.
Where were you being held, by the way?
And how did you know where to find us?
Oh, I kind of just came to and then heard your voices, so I listened in and pinpointed a window. I got a
My
good
question-
rest in Illustre's care. And then that was about all I remember.
You said something about being taken in by a matron mother or something like that.
Yes.
Um,
I also have the name of the matron house.
I'm more interested in a different question. Have you
Yeah.
seen the mask?
Mask?
Did
we talk about this before?
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Zine's face will become unpleasant.
I figured it was something like that.
Yeah. We should stop that. And
I understand where you're coming from. Regardless of that, we still need to get them. Regardless, even if
let's not combine this one.
well, here's the thing, Zian, and this is why I'm asking the question. As of right now, there's nothing to combine it with. I don't have the masks.
Well, let's keep them from getting combined.
Well, yes,
They're
but
not good.
regardless, we still need to find the masks because
Yeah,
it's better in our hands than in other people's hands.
I'm on the same page of that.
I understand that you're worried about that kind of thing as well, and I'm sure we'll get a lot of time to catch up about the other small details, but right now, we probably need the mask more than ever. Wouldn't you say? Considering the circumstances that we're in right now.
At the moment,
But the issue is,
I don't know where they are.
and neither do we. And whoever has them is a really scary person at the moment.
Judging by your face,
Whoever they
it's the matron mother of whatever house you're talking
And now
about.
that I have a free mind, I don't think I told you. I don't think I told you in detail about what the masks are, Alec. Did I?
They're strong.
They're
What are they?
strong. They grant some kind of. So when you wear the mask, they grant some kind of legendary resistances. They let you. It's kind of a weird thing to explain, but it just kind of happens where sometimes things that should happen to me just, well, don't. They grant dark vision, and the different colored mask represents a different type of chromatic dragon that you get resistance from a different property of, like, damage, like, say, poison, fire,
Huh.
and each one that grants different properties. This is why we need to find the masks.
So there's what, 5 of them?
Something like that.
What
That I know of.
what color was the matron mother wearing?
Blue.
So she doesn't have any of the ones that we had.
Not that I've seen.
That's some fucking good news.
For now, if we don't have it, then news may reach her if they took it from us.
And that should
If
if
they
it
have
is what you say, and she had
the other ones, and they know they
then our
have it,
priority then our
why
priority should be
wouldn't-
getting the mask.
why wouldn't they combine them?
May not know how to.
It's really not that hard. I'll be honest. Even you'd be able to figure that out.
Don't overestimate me.
It's quite simply put. It's as simple as getting them together.
I find it hard to believe that they don't know that they have dragon masks because one of the matron
would
mothers
have
is
to know.
wearing one.
Exactly. Our priority should be finding the mask, because if she gets a hold of those masks that we had, I'll be honest, we're fucked. Simply put,
But
there's no
They-
there's
they-
no way we can kill her if she has those masks.
They have to know that they have them, right?
Right.
Why?
If she has three, think of it this way: if she has three of the masks, that's three resistances that she has access to.
She's already
That
wearing
is-
one. She'd have 4.
Exactly.
I get that we would no chance in hell if she gets all 4, but why doesn't she have all 4
There's
already?
three. There's three total. It's the one
Right.
that she has and the 2 that we had. The big thing is why?
Give me a intelligence check real quick.
22.
You get all the fucking good rolls. Fuck you.
What do you mean? I just
Uh,
rolled a 6, a 4, and a fucking.
Gorzar had
Nat
a
20.
Gorzar had a white mask.
Yeah. Oh wait, shit. No, you're right.
Like, yeah?
The
Oh.
realization hits.
No, because I genuinely forgot about that.
I
just
know.
didn't know.
I've been thinking about it this whole time.
Well, if that's 4.
That's why I asked you yesterday how many we had.
I
Yeah,
don't
dude.
I don't understand why they wouldn't combine them then. If they have the ones that you had and they already have one, why not combine them? Because Dean, you said that she was only wearing one, right?
Yes.
I can't do this anymore. I can't keep this in. It's not good for my heart.
To be
I
honest,
look up, and I'm saying, this will probably get me killed. But regardless, I'm sure he'll probably prefer this over her. You probably know why, Z, and why we shouldn't get the masks together, right? Or do you not know why?
I believe so.
Then how about you say it?
They're a key, are they not?
Correct. What are they a key to?
Tiamat.
If all of the masks are brought together, it may as well just be the end of the world.
I think I've met him.
If we gather all of the masks
Huh.
together, they'll summon Tiamat to this world.
I think I've met Tiamat.
How many masks are there?
Well, one for each color chromatic dragon.
I like how they don't even
Well,
register
what
what I
colors
said.
so what colors of the different dragons are there? They're missing one. And currently, we don't know where the red... Well, actually, that's a lie. We do know where the last one is.
Hey, Beth.
Wait, do we?
We do.
Am I muted or something?
I can hear you.
No, you're not muted.
Okay, like no
That's
one's
just-
responded. Like no one.
That's just ignoring you.
There's a reason I'm trying to get your attention.
Vath looks at the ground and kind of just... I
That's why they're not combining
guess
them.
there's... That's not it. I
No,
think they might be going for the masks, but
No,
the last mask,
they serve the Spider Queen, not
yeah.
Tiamat. Releasing Tiamat wouldn't. It'd be the end of the Drow.
Well, it'd be the end of everything.
Except
think-
for Dragon.
Thing is, by now, I'll probably lose all my powers by now. Especially considering I told you this, and there's no chance in hell we're summoning her.
Well,
Do I know
Is
if
is it not?
unless the Matron Mother
Yeah.
gets really desperate, I don't think we have to worry about them combining the masks.
If
I would still rather the powerful items be put away by trustworthy people.
the issue is where the last mask is, that's my biggest issue.
And where is that?
The last mask is in Baldur's Gate.
Beth?
And
Lovely.
so
We can chew on that piece of food when we get to it. If you would rather.
well,
Eh.
there's that, and the fact that I just told you guys about the dragon masks and everything to do with it. It'd be kind
Esmore's
of
walking
difficult.
out.
Yes, Esmore.
Nope, he ain't responding. He just walks out the door and closes it.
Hey, give him a minute. He actually did actually see Tiamat, I'm pretty sure. To put a long
What?
story short about to put a long story short, Asmore almost got me killed, and I've been wondering what hurling through hell looked like, so I sent Esmore to investigate that, so to speak.
Oh,
Yep.
I can't heal trauma.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest, it was a long time coming and he kinda deserved it.
Oh, it's not why he walked out. He actually had a legit question he wanted to ask you, and then you kept ignoring him. He was mad.
I mean, to be fair, we're talking about the end of the world here.
Esmore's actually going to go out and go execute his plan that he had.
What is
Oh.
Malnum doing?
He's just sitting around. Found a table, got a drink. Sipping on it. Figured they'll come down and let him know.
You see Esmore kind of storm past.
I'll just wave at him. See if he notices me or not.
I noticed. I just keep walking. Before I walk, as soon as I walk out, I'm going to try and find an alley where I'm alone.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Okay. And as soon as I do, I'm altering myself to look like a mind flayer.
Meanwhile, upstairs, Alex says, I forgot what Alec was gonna say. Well, I think we have a lot of new information, and we should maybe come up with a different plan.
I didn't really have one in the first place. I didn't know about the brains.
Well, your god told you to free people, so
Yeah,
That
we
is true.
it's a little
kinda have
hard to
do
say
that
no
now.
to a god.
And she did save me from a demon thingy.
And she's our best shot right now. As much as I don't really follow gods that much.
She was very pretty.
I wasn't very optimistic about our chances. This changes things a little
I
bit.
still wouldn't be.
I mean, it's the best thing that I have. It's the best thing that I've had, basically since I've been in the city.
Alright. Well, let's hope that news keeps rolling.
And hopefully you don't bring
Uh,
4 things of bad news with it.
the matron mother's house name is Bayron.
You want to try that one again?
Yeah. I was reading something else and it did not compute. It's a Ben Ray, right?
Mhm.
Hey, Ben Ray, Ron.
I said Ben Ray, right?
Okay. Oh, okay. The way it like you kind of cut out on my end for a second, so it kind of like blended what you said. So wanted to make sure.
I do kind of have one more question, actually. Zine, why did the drow want you dead?
Apparently they're afraid of me. And my mother didn't lose me and I wasn't stolen. She abandoned me or sold me for her own gain.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
About the most drow
I don't
thing I've
remember
ever
her.
heard.
The most drow thing.
That is also true.
Well, my adoptive mother was wonderful, so
You have me and Esmore now anyway, so don't know how long that'll last though.
and my fiance waiting at home.
Yeah, her too, I guess.
Anyway, I need to disguise myself. It'd probably be best. If you have another question, shoot.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
So, Alec, if the house Ben Ray rings a bell, there you go.
Let me do a check for
Do.
I mean, I assume it's one of the ruling houses, but
Something like that. I'm
uh,
still not quite sure.
Esmore, what's the plan?
I am looking for a mind flare.
Just keep in mind that typically mind flayers are accompanied by drow.
Oh, I know. I'm hoping that a mind flare would recognize that I'm not one of them, so I can get, that way I can kind of like, hey, hey, But drow would be like, what? It's just another fucking mind flare. Oh, shit! I know what you're saying.
I like how it took him like him finishing the sentence to be like,
he
wait a
was
minute.
explaining his whole plan, and then realization struck.
So, Esmore, what's the plan?
Okay. Okay. Before I alter self, I'll just drop the alter self. I can do as many times as I want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, shit, and I'm gonna run back upstairs, open the door, and be like, Zine, I need you.
Do you know how to knock?
Zine, I need you. And then I knock on the door. I knock on the open door.
Mind filling us in what your plan is?
We're gonna talk.
If I were to guess, he probably transformed himself into a mind flayer in the alley, realized that all mind flayers are accompanied by drow, and came upstairs to getting Zine. Just a guess.
And
Anyways, we're gonna go find a mind flare.
Huh, look at that.
Here's the problem. It's best if I'm not found out.
Disguise yourself. Just as a
That's
drow
the
would.
other problem. I don't have my mask anymore.
Oh, I'm sure there's other ways.
oh fuck. Okay.
Let's go call Malnum and Annalise up.
Wait, why do you need to find a mind flayer? We have two people who have brains in their brains.
Yeah, I've been trying to talk to that brain, and he's not really wanting to talk right now. So what I need to do is get with the mind flare that we can.
Yeah, the thing is, you're an idiot, and kind of makes sense why they
Hang
don't
on.
want to talk to you.
I have a better idea.
This might be a way we can actually get to the brain itself.
That's
You,
okay.
pointing at Zine, shouldn't be seen.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hate this so much. I can look like a drow.
Oh,
I-
joy.
I can turn invisible.
I'm failing to see where this is leading.
Vath can turn invisible.
I can look like a drow that's not motioning to Zine. So I would just be.
I made one mistake. Okay.
And
Yeah,
I
just do that, then.
can have that armor. It only lasts an hour, but I can only do it once a day. So we have to really make sure that this goes well. But it could be our ticket in. And assuming the
be
brain's
with you guys
benevolent to
also,
us, we don't have to worry about the mind flayers. We don't have to worry about the mind flayers. Well, we're fucking dead anyway.
That's also true.
Good way of finding out.
I can also be invisible for a while.
So can Vath.
So, yeah.
What about the other
The
two?
dwarf, they're gonna have to stay here.
Ooh, I'd really like to have Mountain with us in case we get into some shit.
He can
He
be
looks
just,
like he can be some muscle.
Yeah.
Could he just blend in walking around town?
And yeah, but the problem is getting to wherever the brain is. I assume
yeah,
it's a
but
little bit of restricted
The only,
access.
Asmar, the only
Can I
reason
short
would
rest
be
mount
able
him?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, the thing
Roll
is,
some hit dice
my
on him.
main thing I'm trying to do is just get into contact with a mind flare, just for a conversation. If we can get in, telepathically talk to our mind flares of trying to help us secretly without the drow knowing. Action not to be taken right now, just trying to.
I mean, that might be the problem. I don't know how much the brain has to tell the drow. It is a slave like anything else right now.
I know, but don't you think that the mind flayers are want to help free it so that they're not slaves themselves to the drow?
Certainly, but I don't know how capable they are of doing that if the thing that's giving them commands is under duress.
What
Yeah,
you suggesting?
now that the
do then?
situation's changed, we just should probably just straight up go to the other brain.
We don't know where it is.
I have an idea of where. I haven't been down there. Is that's a death sentence? Except with this plan, we might actually be able to get to work.
Could we somehow make the dwarf look like a prisoner to be fed to the elder brain?
If
Maybe.
he's fine with that, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, good luck
And
convincing
then
him.
we just walk in.
And it might be a little hard to take a fully armed dwarf down there.
Yeah.
I mean, we can have Vath carry it. That way, when he turns invisible, it'll turn
right,
invisible.
invisibility.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and then whenever stuff happens, he can toss his equipment to him, like his weapons and stuff.
But I can also help with that.
Yeah.
Thing is, it can't carry much right now.
Well, two of y'all can carry stuff.
I mean, we can speak with him.
This is gonna be a fun conversation. And I start walking down towards the bar.
He still has a brain in his brain.
Yeah,
But
just
the
tell him
brain in his brain is on our side,
Yeah,
right?
but what if the brain has to tell the drow what it hears?
That's what we're getting at, Esmore.
What if we don't tell him exactly what we're doing?
All right.
What?
We just tell him that we need him to play along.
What? Tell him, hey, we need you to play along. Source, trust me, bro.
And
Yes.
what? put him in shackles or something. How are we gonna make it look like he's a prisoner?
And he's got to
Just
be.
surrounding him won't work.
He's got to be in chains.
Or just do it against his will.
Okay. I have possibly an idea. Is this shit? No, it's concentration.
When you were Esmore, when
Mean.
you were outside, did you actually try to transform?
I did.
You're keep in mind that your clothes stayed the same.
Shit. What do drow? Not drow. What do mind flayers typically wear?
Long dark robes.
Looks like we're going shopping, boys.
The hell is with this wee shit?
Looks like
With
I'm
what
going
money?
shopping.
We have a little bit of coin.
Just a little bit.
I'll go stake out that entrance and see if I can figure out some kind of pattern. But
Okay, we're gonna go try and I need to get some clothes that look like a mind flare, and I'm also gonna try and find something that'll cover Zine's face just in case.
I will put my hood up and say, I'll stay here then.
Oh wait, I have an
I'll do
idea.
what I did yesterday.
I'm gonna go up to the bed, go up to the sheets. Can I like rip up the sheets and like make some kind of like face mask or face covering? That'll cover everything like but the eyes.
That's the problem. My eyes are different color.
a drow and a bed sheet.
I'm a ghost.
Ooh.
Can we not hide the fact that she's a drow?
I don't have a way anymore.
Like that movie Black Klansman.
Outside of invisibility, I don't have a way anymore.
An eye patch?
But
Ooh, an eye patch!
it's not very it's not very climactic, but that is where we're gonna end the session, so you guys can think about this plan.
Bro, that is so fucked.
And we'll see what happens with
I can imagine. I can only imagine.
I have no clue what's going to happen.
No, but Noah, isn't that a good idea? Just an eye patch to cover one of your eyes.
That did something he
But,
should not have done.
Maybe.
So the next time we play won't be until the 11th. Finally get back into the regular schedule of every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I need to inform you.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
That I was just informed within the last 2 days.
What are you about to say to me? To say it.
It's actually to Jordan, not to you.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, hold on, let me check the mail.
Alright, but the 11th. Then we'll play.